All right, been working on my lawnmowers. The big lawnmower here, the battery just won't hold a charge. It's that one right here. That big battery just won't hold a charge. That little battery came out of this thing right here. This thing was on that, and this little battery fitting in here, and then that wire that dangles down here, right, would connect right there. And there's a little starter on this. That's a starter right there, that thing. So whenever I turn the key, which is this key, then it would engage the battery to the starter, and it'd be a battery key start lawnmower. But this lawnmower is like 20 years old. Yeah, and that battery, that little battery is 20 years old, so I got to replace that. And then I'm going to mount this thing back on there and see if I can get the key start and battery, the electric start, to get that working on that lawnmower again, so it'll make it easy. Pulling that pull start right there on that lawnmower, that thing, they had a kickback on it and about yanked my arm off. But I've been working on this. I've taken it apart, cleaned it up, cleaned up the carburetor. Carburetor's down in there. The air filter's in here. Put a different spark plug in it. The coil in there that pulls the string back in. Right, see how it pulls back in? Right. That thing had broken, and my string had actually broken as well. So I went and I got a different top off another lawnmower, and I had to do a little work here. You can see where like all this right here, right? I had to hacksaw and bend it with pliers in order to get it to, fit around all this stuff. So the other lawnmower, I took that off of, was very, very similar, but not exactly, right? So I had to do a little modification there. So now all this stuff over here works right. Oh, excuse me. I got it up on this. I guess you can see. Those are little ramps for automobiles. I figured I'd run the lawnmower up on it. Put those little bricks back there to kind of level it off so the lawnmower wouldn't roll back off. And I had to get up underneath it. And I drained the oil out. Let me show you where I drained the oil out at. And that's the can that I drained the oil. But anyway, I don't know if, yeah, there you go. Can you see that? That round thing right there? That's the plug. I used a socket and I loosened it and pulled it out, that plug, and the oil drained right into the can. After it drained, I poured a little bit of fresh oil in it and let it drain all the way through to help wash out the old oil. And then I'll put that plug right back in there. And that's a lot like changing the oil in a car. And then I came up here, and this right here, see right there where it says oil? This is where you pour the oil in. And you can actually check the oil there. And it says, I don't know if you can read that or not, caution oil, or caution 20 ounce, 501 or 591 milliliters. So I had to make sure I didn't put too much oil in it. And a regular quart of oil, I had some of that in the shed, and it was 10W30 oil. So I put half of the quart in there. And the quart was actually like 950 some odd milliliter. So I figured half was perfect for this. And I did the measuring thing, and it looks like it was okay. But after I run it, then I'll come back and check it just to make sure. And hopefully that'll help it run better. 20-year-old lawnmower. Still chugging away. Oh yeah, this thing right here. Normally it would have a plastic piece up here and it'd be disguised. But this is a pulley, right? And if you look through there, through here, there's another pulley in there on the crankshaft that goes down to the blade. So I need to get a belt that goes around that and then back around this. And this turns this little gearbox, which in turn turns this axle, which turns the front wheels, which means that this thing will be self-propelled, which would be kind of nice because, you know, when I put the bag on the back, then this thing, it gets kind of heavy. So I'll show you how I do that. But anyway, that fits right up here. And so it just kind of latches on right here and right there. I guess you can see that. It just hangs, and then that thing's spring loaded and holds down on it. So not only do I mow the yard, but I vacuum the yard as well. So I raised the platform up so I've got more space between the bottom and the yard. And you can see we're already mowed right here and went down that way. But the grass is high. And when the lawnmower sits down too low, it will bog down and stall. So I had to raise it up. And but as I do that, not only does it cut, you know, but it also blows all that stuff into this bag on the back. When that thing gets almost full, I take it off and I go back here to my compost pile that I started last year. And you can see where I've already dumped a little bit on it. But that big mound right here, I guess you can tell it's a big mound. I mean, that's kind of like the top, you know, where it's grown. There's a big mound in here of previous years' collection of stuff for compost. So as I mow the yard, right, and that bag fills up in the lawnmower, I take it off the lawnmower and bring it back here and dump it right here. And this will eventually decompose and become another big pile of compost. And I probably need to turn this compost. That way the old compost that's on the bottom will be blended in with the new stuff and help it. And then this tarp here, that's an old tarp, but that tarp will go over the top of that. And that way, you know, it just kind of creates an environment where, you know, it wants to hold in the heat and also any kind of steam that comes off of it while it's decomposing, and it actually helps that become like a sauna in there. And if you have a sauna in your compost area, then the bacteria really like that. They want to break down the materials in there, and it also encourages ants and earthworms and other critters to go in there and stir it all up. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And it was thundering a little while ago, but it looks like all that may have moved past us. So it looks like I might actually be able to work for the rest of the day. Ooh, look at that up there. Yeah. But there's a possibility we may get some rain. I don't know. If we do, I'll just get wet. All right. I guess that's a good video about my lawnmower and my compost and part of how I build my compost. Of course, Max is out here inspecting. Everything I do out here, Max comes out here and inspects. That's a big fluffy cat. Ain't that right, Max? Ain't that right? Hey, you wanna say hi? Oh, I didn't say you come on loving on me. I told you to say hi to the camera. You know, you just don't understand the camera, do you? All right, here. There you go. Look. Hey, look. Look, say hi. Hi to the camera. Max. Hey, Max. Say hi. All right. Max is Inspector General. So, excuse me. So, I looked around the shed. I do have some belts out there, but I don't think I have a belt for this. So I'm gonna do a little more searching and see what I can find. I was trying to not have to go to the store to get anything. Come on, Max. What are you doing? You think I'm talking to you, don't you? You think I'm talking to you? I need to put a new flea collar in you. I got a new flea collar in the house. You want a new collar? Okay. Yeah, got to put a new collar on you. I think that old one's not working too well anymore. Yeah, periodically we replace the flea and tick collar. It keeps Max happy. All right. I'm gonna see if I can get this thing started and push it around the yard. And then that one right there, I gotta buy a new battery for it because that battery, I had it on the charger. Whenever I put it on the charger, I set it for 12 hours, and I've done that 3 times already, and it just did not want to hold a charge. So it definitely needs replaced. But once I replace that and put gas in the tank, it'll crank up because that's a very dependable, nice lawnmower there. But that one's much newer than this one. This one's about 20 years old. It's a Troy-Bilt. That one's about 4 years old, I guess. But I'll get that thing going and be able to mow the back 40. Oh, way back there. Okay. Alrighty. But anyway, it's hot out here. It's humid because I think it's gonna rain. But been out here working all day, mostly on this lawnmower. I did move some stumps. Well, actually, from where we had cut a tree down, I moved a few of those, and I used the two-wheeler here, and use this old two-wheeler. But that thing is really come in handy. Really. Then I got to work on this tractor. This thing needs cleaned up. It's got a car stuck in it. I think there's another one down in there somewhere. Whenever I shake it around, I don't know, that might be the only one now. But I have no clue how that car got stuck in there. So anyway, I got to get that cleaned up, get it going again. All right, Max found something. What'd you find, Max? Huh? Did you find something down in there? Is it edible? Huh? Or are you just licking on the leaves? Must have been edible. Huh. Okay, well, I missed the show, didn't I? All right, okay. Oh, I gotta replace the handle on that shovel too. Max, say bye to everybody. Max, hey, Max, look. Haha. Okay, see you later, alligators.